The news of what had happened that night at Versailles spread to Paris and beyond, but it was not until 3 days later that the full impact of that disastrous banquet was felt. Michel Fleuret, one of the few gardeners who had not left the Marquis's employment, had come into the kitchen to warm himself by the stove. The kitchen had become a meeting place for all the remaining staff. Bernard, the coachman, was sitting there too.
"I've been thinking," he said gloomily.
"Well, don't," said Jean Rollet, the chef.
"Thinking isn't going to get you anywhere."
"Go on, Bernard, take no notice," said Michel. "You have the right to think. Cooks aren't kings yet."
"That's it. That's what I think. If the king had agreed to the Declaration of Human Rights, we'd all love him, wouldn't we?"
Jean sniffed. "You might. I have a more discerning palate myself."
"Shush!"
said Agathe, the scullery maid.
"Not so loud. What if the Marquis were to hear you?"
"I wouldn't worry about it," said Michel.
"What did he call the footman? Furniture? He thinks we don't have a thought in our heads."
"I tell you, the king had better watch out," said Jean. "Otherwise, he'll find himself abolished."
"And the Marquis too,"
added Bernard. Just then, the door to the kitchen opened and 4 of Count Kaliowski's grooms came in, their coats trailing water on the floor. No one in the kitchen said anything, for the Count's men looked as mean and brutal as their master. Jean snapped his fingers, and Agathe went to get wine, bread, and cheese for them.
"It took us an age to get here. The road to Versailles is blocked," said one of the grooms.
"Blocked? By what?" asked Jean.
Women, heaven help us. Maybe 10, 20, 30,000 of them."
"Why? What are they doing?"
"Gone to get bread and to kill the queen while they're about it."
Agathe was so startled by this that she dropped the lid off an iron pan on the flagstones with a deafening crash.
"Where do all these women come from?"
asked Bernard.
"Women from the market in Paris started it. Then other women joined them, thousands of them, all armed with pitchforks, swords, guns. They're even dragging a cannon."
Jean looked round at the kitchen staff. "We'd best be on the lookout. We don't want them taking a fancy to this chateau as they march past." Michel started to chuckle. "What's so funny about that?" asked Jean.
"Nothing,"
said Michel.
"It's just that wall will fall down when it's pushed, like children's building bricks, and serve him right."
One of Kaliowski's men helped himself to another glass of wine and sat back in his chair.
"Don't worry. I overheard the Count say he didn't think they'd bothered with you today."
"Is that a threat or a promise?" asked Jean. Upstairs in the library, the Marquis, like a startled stag caught in a forest of books, was taken completely off guard by Kaliowski's unannounced arrival. It took him a moment or two to take in the Count's appearance. His hair, instead of being powdered white, was black. Instead of his usual finery, he was wearing a plain black woolen jacket and woolen breeches with black riding boots that did not even have a red heel. As he placed his hat on a table, the Marquis saw that pinned to it was the revolutionary cockade. He stared at it in disbelief. "What foolish things you all did at Versailles this week, citizen," said the Count, helping himself to a glass of cognac. "Drinking to the health of the royal family, in short, forgetting your loyalties to the nation. Really, citizen, was this wise?"
"Citizen? Citizen?"
repeated the Marquis.
"What nonsense is this?"
Kaliowski clicked his heels. "I am Citizen Kaliowski, a friend of the revolution, at your service."
"Impossible,"
said the Marquis. Then he laughed out loud.
"Very good. I'd forgotten what a witch you are. You've come in disguise. Oh, very clever indeed."
I am in deadly earnest, replied Citizen Kaliowski. I am here on business. As soon as the papers are signed, I will be gone.
What papers?
Have you already forgotten my very generous offer to you?